Hi, you guys. It's been a little while since I've made one of these, but with my sister's wedding this past weekend, I learnt something very important that I wanted to share with you guys about an element of ED that I struggle with still, and certainly did struggle with in the throes of my ED, and that is control. Let me tell you the story of my sister's near disaster wedding. It involved a natural disaster, literally. So, my sister spent 2 years planning the perfect wedding, down to the finest details. She has cried. She has been, off work. She has been in serious fits of stress over trying to coordinate the perfect wedding. And my sister is a very independent and determined person, so she pretty much did it by herself. And she did a beautiful job. I mean, she designed her wedding dress with her dressmaker, who was cuckoo, which only made it harder. And she, ordered everything. She sourced everything personally. She, down to the color scheme and the bonbonniere table and the flowers and the venue and how everything would come together. And it came together beautifully. So on Saturday, we're at the wedding, about to walk down the aisle, looking around. This place is absolutely stunning. Everyone looks beautiful. She's done it. She's engineered the perfect wedding. All her hard work has paid off. We get through the ceremony. We're like 20 minutes into the reception, and about 10 fire engines go past. Short time after that, 5 minutes, a policeman comes to the front door and tells us we have to evacuate right now. There is a bushfire 200 metres away, which is coming for us with winds of about 110 kilometres behind it, which in Australia, everything is so dry and the bush is it's like kindling. It's just like the trees are kindling. It just blows straight through like a jet engine. Anyway, so here's my poor sister, like just come away from having her photos taken, first glass of champagne, being told she has to leave this wedding. Everything that she has put together, all of her beautiful work, is potentially about to go up in smoke, not to mention the poor business owners who own the venue, potentially going to lose their property. And when we got to the new venue, these lovely people at this hotel helped us out. We had a fantastic night. It was brilliant. Like, we were kicking people out at the end. People were telling us it was the best wedding they'd ever been to. So somehow we pulled it off. Bridesmaids, kudos to myself. You're welcome, world. It's my first time being a bridesmaid. I hope never to have to do it again. I love doing it, but holy shit, that is some hard work. So my sister did not shed a single tear. She said to me, I think it was the next day, she said it was the biggest eye-opener for me. She said I reached about like 9 o'clock, 9:30 that night, the night of the wedding, and just thought to myself, if this is not the biggest learning curve, not to sweat the small stuff, to look at the big picture, to not get stuck in the details, to not try to control everything and think that if you have some kind of control over every aspect, that guarantees it's going to be perfect or going to be the way you want it to be. Not true. There was nothing I could have done. And I just looked at her and I thought, amazing. Like, it would take some people years, if ever, to get that lesson so quickly. And it spoke to me so clearly in terms of how I've approached my life and how I've approached myself and the way I've tried to control my weight, my appearance, my mannerisms, how I dress, everything. If I can just get that right, if I can just control those elements of who I am in my life, then everything's going to be okay. There is no guarantee. There are no guarantees in this world whatsoever. Control is pointless. And as I watched my sister get, put into a car to be taken away from her own wedding, which is potentially about to be hit by a fire, I just thought, there's no point investing in those little things, in thinking that you are big enough or, omnipotent enough in this world to be able to stop bad shit from happening. Bad shit is going to happen. It's not about trying to control it from this end in trying to stop it. The only thing you can control is your reaction and how you're affected by it. And as my sister said, she could have gone to her wedding and sat in a corner and cried, but then that would be all she'd have. She couldn't control the fire. She couldn't go back and stop it or put it out. She couldn't control when or whether we were ever allowed to go back to that property. All she could do was control her reaction and what she did with the information and what she did with the situation, and that was to get on with it and do the very best that she could. And it was phenomenal to watch. I don't know if I could have done it. I hope that I've learnt this lesson now and I could do it, and that whenever I have that inclination to try to force control or think that I can make myself or a situation better or easier to handle if I can just facilitate every aspect of it, it's just not worth the anxiety, because at the end of the day, it doesn't mean anything. Things are going to happen. Everything is going to intersect where it's supposed to, and the result is going to be totally unpredictable, regardless of how much you exercise stress and pain and anxiety on yourself. So just let it roll. Don't sweat the small stuff, because fires, right? Who would have known? We were just hoping for no rain. We went all the way the other way, and some idiot deliberately lit it. There is a special place in hell for arsonists who start fires in Australia, where it's not just like you start a fire and hey, it's a bit of a fire. It rips through like hundreds of kilometres of bushland and people's homes, and somebody did lose their home across the road from the venue. So we were very lucky, and that's the other thing. Everybody was safe, everybody as well, the property is safe, and that's all that matters, not bonbonniere and flowers. People are safe, and they were good people, and they helped us dance the night away on an amazing night for my sister and her husband. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go. Got to finish cleaning my house. Much love, take care, and we'll talk soon. Bye.